Hi, welcome back to Senox U. I'm Curt Dyer. Today we're here to talk about miter patterns. And what I mean by that are little templates that we use out in the field to help us cut a straight 45 or 90 degree. Now one of the things we've done here at Senox is we've made paper flat patterns. So we've got this available in 5, 6, and 7 inch in both 90 degree and 45. We also have it available for half round. So what you would do is when you get this is you cut it out along the line, and then we're going to lay this in the bottom of the gutter, and then when we do that, then if we trace this pattern, we can and then cut that out, and we've got a perfect miter pattern for us to use out on the job sites. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that. Now I've already cut out the paper part, so we're going to show you what we've got here. Now this one is for a 6-inch 90 degree miter. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the bottom of a gutter, and I'm simply going to trace it with my marker and then cut this out so I'll have a miter pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and trace this real quick so you guys can see what we do here. As you can see here, that's my pattern I've got traced. So the next step is going to be for me to go ahead and cut this out so I'll have a pattern. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now what I've found to me that makes it a little easier is the first thing I'm going to do instead of trying to deal with all this back is I'm just going to cut this back off so that we can make this a little bit easier of a process. So I'll score it a few times here. Okay, so I've just scored that a few times. We're going to go ahead and bend this metal out of the way and get it out. So now, as you can see, I've got a little bit easier to work with. So I'll go ahead and start my cutting process. Now you need to take your time and do this right and be precise. So there may be a lot of scoring and cutting just so we get everything nice and pretty. If we take our time and are real careful with this, it's going to provide a much better product in the end for us to work with. Okay, so again, I'm just going to fold stuff out of the way, and just to make things a little easier for myself. Take my greens, and we'll start this process. So it'll be all your straight up and down corners are all going to be straight. So we'll make this cut. And then we're going to start just follow this up. And once you get past some of those radiuses, you see it starts going a little easier. Okay, so we got that side. Now we're going to go ahead and do this side. Okay, so we've got our pattern started here. Now we need to take this top lip off. So the easiest thing to do would be go ahead and score this. The way we can break it off, just like we did the other way. And we're going to actually trim the front and back of this once we get this lip off too. And I'll show you why. So we've got our basic pattern here. Now you want to make sure you get all these little burrs cleaned up. So I would take a file to this after I got done just to kind of get all these rough edges off. Now, so we've got the rough shape. Now this is a piece of gutter. What you're going to see is when I go to put this in there, everything's real tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim the back of this just a smidgen and the top of this. That way it's a little easier to get in the gutter. If we leave it like this, we're just going to be fighting it more on the job site. So we're not talking a whole lot of trimming here. We're going to take off, a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch. And then just do a straight cut there. So we'll do the same thing here. Now, try to make your cut consistent all the way through this. All right, now let's see how this fits in here. So you always want to put the front in first and then just let it kind of slide down. Look, see, now I've got a nice tight fit. So what that enables me to do now that I've got my pattern, let's say I want to cut an outside corner. You see I've got right here. Now if I just trace along my metal that I've already cut, now if I just cut the lines, I've got a good miter that I can go ahead and put my strip miter on. So again, we've got these patterns available in 5, 6, and 7-inch for both 45 and 90-degree miters. We also have half round. So if you just ask your local rep, we can get these out to you, and you guys can make your own patterns like this to make your job a little easier out on the job site. Thanks. Have a great day.